What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Center Shot Archery, and this week for short draw bow speeds we're testing the Bear Redeem. All right, everyone, we got the Bear Redeem today for a short draw speed test. Same thing as last week. We'll start at 28 inches, 70 pounds, work our way down 1 inch at a time down to 25 pounds. Then we'll turn it down to 25 inches, sorry. Then we'll turn it down to 60 pounds at 25 inches and work back up to 28 inches. This bow does come in at 85 and 80% let off. We'll be testing it in the 85% settings. Just going over some specs. Axle to axle 30 inches, brace height 6¼ inches, and IBO speed is 340 feet per second. Same as last week, we'll be using the Victory Rip XV and 438 grains for all the speeds. Jumping into our first shot with this bow. Let's see what kind of speeds we're getting. Again, this is 28 inches, 70 pounds. I'm going to step back a little bit so I don't shoot my chrono. And this new EKO 2 cam is pretty smooth. That was 281. $279. And 281, so about 280 average at 28 inches. All right, let's turn it down to 27 inches and we'll be right back. All right, we're back at 27 inches of draw. Sorry, got a little sidetracked. Had a customer walk in, so I had to help them first, but here we are back testing 70 pounds, 27 inches. This bow doesn't have a drop away rest, so you can just add about a foot and a half of feet per second back. I got to rearm my chrono there. All right, here we go. 27 inches, 70 pounds. $270. $270. That was a loud pop because I shot part of the target that I usually don't shoot, so a little bit tighter down there. That was actually 271. All right, third shot. 270. All right, so we got about a 270 average for our 10 feet per second lost. Let's go to 26 inches. All right, we're back here at 26 inches, 70 pounds. And let's see what these arrows are doing for a 3-shot average. I will say this cam is super smooth. Drawing it back at 70, 259. Doesn't really feel like 70. I know it looks like I'm struggling a little bit to draw it, but I'm trying to draw it a little bit slower just to kind of fill all the humps and stuff of the draw cycle. 261. But this would make a great bow for a shorter person because a little bit shorter axle to axle kind of makes the string angle feel pretty nice as well. Not too steep at all. 260, so about a 260 average. at 26 inches. We'll back it out to 25 and keep shooting there. All right, we're back here at 25 inches of draw length. Still, bow's maxed out at 70, but I did notice a pound of draw weight loss down at 25. So you do lose a little bit when it comes to draw weight there. So let's see what it's doing at 25 inches, 70 pounds. Yeah, 247. $249. $248. So right around 11 feet per second loss. So you do lose a little bit of efficiency at the lower draw lengths with this bow. I am going to turn it down to 60 and then start coming back to 28. We'll be right back. All right, we're back here at 25 inches, 61 pounds. Got lazy and didn't want to get exactly to 60 pounds, but usually a pound of draw weight's about 1.5 to 2 feet of speed. So we'll just take that in there into consideration. All right, here we go. 25 pounds, 25 inches, 60 pounds. 234. 234. 235. All right, so right around 234. Let's go to 26 inches. All right, so here we are, back at 60 pounds, 26 inches, and shooting another 3-shot speed test. Let's see what we get. It was 246. $246. $246 for 246 average. That's pretty good. Coming back up through the ranks of draw length, and that was another 10 feet per second, well, 11 feet per second faster. Getting back into a little bit more efficient part of the cam. All right, let's go to 27 inches and we'll be right back. All right, so here we are back at 27 inches, 60 pounds. And let's see what we're getting here. Oh, it's 62, I should say, 62 pounds. Forgot it wouldn't sit down at 60. $256, and I gotta pick a different spot in my target. It's getting all shot up, so arrows are going pretty deep. I already lost one. $257. $256. All right, for 257 average. All right, let's move back to 28 and close this video out. All right, back for the last time. 28 inches, 60 pounds. Once again, 438 grain arrow. I'm not correct myself again. 62 pounds. Let's see what kind of speeds we're getting here. That was at 266. $277. That was might have been a wild hair one. Let's see that again. Shot that one a little bit higher over my chronograph because I wasn't wanting to go in the same hole and shoot through the target. 265. So we'll call that second one just as a fluke. Yeah, it looks like same thing with the Sicario. You're losing about 10 feet per second per inch. You go down. Every 10 pounds you go down. You're losing about 20 feet per second. This is only showing 15 because this is down only at 62 pounds. So if I take off 2 pounds, it probably would have went down about 261. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about these series. And remember to like, subscribe to all my socials for a chance to win a Spot Hog bow. See you guys in the next one.